Metal Detectors, located in sunny Tampa, Florida, where we sell nothing but fun and adventures, treasure hunting gear, and anything you can imagine for metal detecting. Give us a call, 813-237-1939. Happy hunting and dig deeper.
Live from sunny Florida, it's Treasure Talk.
Welcome, folks.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
It's another exciting edition of Treasure Talk, and we got some excellent guests tonight, and we're going to have a good time, aren't we, Jeff?
We are indeed. We got a couple of real winners tonight. Very, very seasoned professionals.
Absolutely.
And we're going to learn a lot tonight.
Yes, and they do. They have YouTube channels, so we'll have to make sure we get that posted in the link. And for the folks who don't know these ladies, this is going to be a good show. And I guess before I do some housekeeping, Jeff, I wanted to invite everybody who's in the Tampa Bay area or somewhere close in Florida. Tomorrow night is the West State Archaeological Society's first meeting of the year. January meeting is tomorrow night, and they can go to wsas.club and get all the information on that. But it's at Richard's Building Cornucopia here in Tampa, 7 o'clock.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Yeah, hope to see everybody there.
And I'm going to kind of spill the beans on Ricky T. He got a big time find.
Did he?
Yes, yeah, and you'll see it tomorrow night.
Well, I know he got a cuff button, or he said it was cuff button.
No, this is something else.
He got a forage cap button.
So, this is something else.
Cool. That's awesome. I think he's on an old site. So was it a gold coin? Let me ask that.
It is an old coin.
Was it gold?
No.
Okay. All right.
No. But I tell you what, he was happy.
Well, that's awesome. Well, let me do the housekeeping real quick. Of course, today's show is brought to you by your friends at Myers Metal Detectors. This guy who works back here, and where we sell fun and adventure. And the views, thoughts, and opinions expressed here on Treasure Talk by the guest and member belong solely to the guest and member, not necessarily to Phil Myers, Jocelyn Myers, Myers Metal Detectors, or Jeff Monin. That was a mouthful. And of course, the most important thing is the purpose of the show. And the purpose is to promote the hobby of metal detecting and treasure hunting in all forms and to educate our members in a fun, informative manner. And that's what we're set out to do.
That's right. We are definitely going to do. And, next week, we got a barn burner, folks. So make sure that you're here because it's going to be Nocta score/score 2 time. And we're going to be giving away a score and a double score. Dillick is going to be here. Mark's going to be here. Digging Canuck's going to be here. And I think their newest Nomad was going to be here. And we will introduce him then. Awesome. So it's going to be a big time show. And you might win a score or a double score.
And Dillick's going to be here in the U.S., right?
Yep, her and Mark are doing there's a big electronics show, I think, in Vegas.
Okay. So that means she doesn't.
And so she's going to be here in the U.S.
Right. So she's not going to be up at 2 or 3 in the morning like she normally is.
No, she won't. And I talked to her the other day, and she's not going to be able to make the trip to Tampa this time. But the next time she's in the States, we're going to set up a big time Nocta Days at Myers Metal Detectors.
Yeah, so the folks in the Tampa Bay area and anywhere close to us, which I think close to us is up by you, Jeff, and way down in Miami or all the way to the east, they can come see Dillick for sure.
Yep, that's for sure. And I just booked today a special for April. The 11th is going to be a special treasure talk from Sebastian, Florida, where we will have the treasure hunters triumvirate in there, the elite with Sid and KT Jones, Captain Carl Fismer, Mark Littleton, Brad Williamson, Terry Shannon, Fred Banke, and Nicole from Mel Fisher's museum. That's Mel Fisher's granddaughter. So
That's
she's going to
awesome.
be in attendance. That'll be on a Thursday night. It'll be a special, and we'll go live at 8 o'clock like we do. We may go for 2 hours. You never can tell.
That's
So
awesome.
we got a lot of really good stuff coming up this year too.
Yes, we do. Oh, and a quick shout out to Joe Priante. If you're on here tonight, call me at the shop tomorrow because you have won a couple books and they came back to me. So give me a ring at the shop tomorrow. And Jocelyn's telling me Tom Becker says I'm funny, and he's left some messages, but I can't. I'm not that quick.
Well, what he said, he did say you were funny, but he says if the knock the thing is in the summertime, he'll come down.
He'll come down. That's cool that he would come down. Yes. If
But it
it's
would be better if it was in the fall when it's cool, or even the winter, because then you can still come down while everybody's up to their armpits in snowballs. You could be down here talking to Dillick. So
right,
there is always
and
that.
warmer. Yeah, I can't. About the gold coins, Phil.
You're funny about the gold coins.
Yes, yeah. I'm not. I don't have the gold coin, so haven't found one. I was hoping Ricky T got one, but because it's always fun. That's the cool thing about the shop here is I get to see a lot of treasure that has been found. And you know, it does make me a little envious sometimes, but still, it's nice seeing what other people find. It just gets you excited, pumped up about going treasure hunting for sure.
Yes, it does. And I see somebody in the chat we hadn't seen for a while. Charles Broussard. Welcome back, Charles.
Welcome, Charles. He's frozen in Texas.
Yes, he is.
And I talked to my son in Longmont, Colorado today, and it was -2 degrees. So people are frozen in other parts of the country. So I shouldn't complain when it's 60, Jeff.
Well, the thing with it's night, if you notice that the Digging Canuck is talking a little funny, it's because it's so cold up there. There had to be rum involved. But we don't know.
No,
we don't know.
no, I know she doesn't do that. So, um,
okay, well, let's go get on with this, shall we?
yes, let's bring on our guests for sure, and we'll get to see how cold it is where they're at too.
Yeah, we've got the title of the show tonight is The Great Women Treasure Hunters of the World. We had another one scheduled, but she had to cancel. And we got two of the real good ones, two of the best women treasure hunters in the world, and they are not in the United States. One is in Canada, and one is in Okinawa normally, but now in Guam. So let's bring them on from the frozen north in Canada, Liz Cabral, the Digging Canuck, and from Okinawa via Guam, Christy Cricket Conroy, the Mermaid Treasure Hunter. Let's bring them on. Hello, girls.
Welcome, ladies.
Hello.
All right, as we always do at the show, we have to ask you where you're at and what's the temperature there. So you go first, Cricket.
Well, today I'm in Guam, and it is a balmy 86 degrees. I cannot complain because at home it's been about 65, and I've been freezing my tail off because normally it's so hot all year long. But we have about 30 days in the whole year in Okinawa where we need a light jacket, and this is definitely the time. I know.
Yeah.
Okay, Liz.
Well, guess what? I can beat that. Yeah, we woke up this morning to -25. And when I did the calculation into Fahrenheit, it was a -14 Fahrenheit this morning. It's been cold all day. It's like really.
That's crazy. Liz,
you wasn't out digging?
I'm sorry?
You wasn't out digging?
No, sir. No, sir.
Liz, last night I was watching one of my buddies up in Canada, and he did a thing where he took boiling pot of water and threw it in the air, and it turned into snow. because it was
I
like
need to do
negative
that.
25. Yeah,
I need to do that. I haven't done that yet, but you know what? Yeah, I need to do that.
it looks
That'd be pretty
cool.
cool. Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
it
cool.
looked
Science
cool. It looked
experiment.
cool. Okay,
Cool.
sidetracked.
Okay, before we get started here, I just saw a question here. And yes, Martin Bishop, I do have the Coil Tech 10x5 coil in stock. So five, well, he said 5x9, but it's actually 10x5 for if it's a Coil Tech, and that's for the Equinox or Xterra series. So yes, we do have that in stock. So now we'll keep going. And Martin Bishop says, "Hey Liz, hope you did not get banged up on your fall. You took."
Yeah. I went detecting with Sweet Digs, and it was not the best location to be on. Very, very incline-ish, so at least 45 degrees, and a little path kind of went through the we call it the escarpment. When we got there, the path was frozen, but as we started making our way back, it was all muddy and it had thawed. And the thing is, the path is like right next to where you're going to fall down the mountain. So I had kind of lost track of where Sweet Digs was. I think she was detecting back from where I was, and I just started walking along the path, and I had my score with me. And boy, oh boy, did I ever take a flip. I honestly thought I was going to roll down the side of the mountain. Thank God I didn't. But I fell on my detector, and I'm like totally expecting to see this like bent this way, but it didn't. It survived. But anyways, long story short, I hobbled back to the entrance to this location that we were at. And if you watched my video last week, I watched it after I edited it, and I thought, you know what? I kind of looked like I was in shock or like I was on the verge of tears or something. But I really got banged up pretty good. My knee was like, but anyways, my knee is really, really good now. So thank you. Thank you for showing some concern. Crazy,
Now,
crazy.
I have a question.
I do
Did
too.
Sweet Digs yell avalanche when you were going?
I have a question. How did the score do in the tumble?
Wonderful. Nothing wrong with it. Didn't even bend. I think it's the carbon fiber shaft, because like I said, I was totally expecting that shaft to be all bent, but no. And I got to say, if I had a head camera, a chest camera, and I would have recorded my fall, it would have been a great commercial for Nokta for sure. Great commercial, but no.
Okay.
Well, speaking of detectors, let's start with Liz, what you're using, and then we'll go on to Cricket.
Currently, I have been using the score. Just got the score. I've been out with it once at the time that I fell down. I also use the Nokta Legend and the Nokta Simplex Ultra.
Cool. And Cricket.
I primarily use Manticore, and I really like the Equinox 900 as well. I like that one at night just because of the red light. And that makes it so that I can get onto resort beaches a little bit easier, because my red light just looks like a buoy out in the water. So nobody bothers me. Normally I get kicked off those resort beaches. So so those are primarily, I have, like a bunch of machines, but they're my go-tos. And I would love to hear what you have found the differences are between the Legend and the Score, and what was the learning curve on the Score and the price difference.
Oh, there's no learning. If you can run the Score, you can run the if you can run the Legend. The score is pretty much turn on and go, and it's simultaneous multi-frequency, really super light. I like it. And then, there's a lot of people out there who do not want to mess with settings. It's not that they don't get the settings, but they just don't want to mess with settings. They just want to turn on their detector and go. The score is really good for that. And then if you want to mess with a few settings, there's a few other additional settings, you can get the double score. But I'm absolutely I'm loving the Score.
Well,
Yeah.
you were using the Simplex Ultra as well, weren't you?
Yeah, I found a gold ring with that in the trails.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm impressed with the entire line. They're nice and lightweight, and that's always been important for me.
Now, you use both the score and the double score, Liz?
I haven't got the double score yet. I'm supposed to be getting that one. Haven't got it yet, but I'm really, really liking the score. Oh my
Well, I
goodness.
posted for you folks who don't want to see the difference between it. I posted Liz's video on the score and the double score, the difference on Myers Metal Detectors. And I think it's on Treasure Talk, isn't it?
It's on Treasure Talk. Yep.
Oh,
So I added it to my Facebook page and watched it today. That was
Oh,
very well
wonderful.
done. You did an awesome job.
Thank you, Phil. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
how
So
are those priced, Phil?
it's for $375 for the score
Wow.
and $425 I think for the double score.
Wow. Really nice.
Yes.
Really, because I always tell people that are just getting into the sport or hobby, whatever, that the Legend is such a great price point for what it offers. So I don't know how you feel about the three of them, which one you think is better.
Well, they're all kind of unique, aren't they, Liz? I mean, the
Yeah.
Legend has all the bells and whistles. I would
Yes.
compare the Legend to the Legend gets compared in my mind to the Deus, to the Manicore,
Hmm.
and the score, double score, would be more like with the Equinox, and then the um, Simplex, the new Simplex Ultra, it kind of almost stands alone. Wouldn't you say, Phil? What's your feeling on that?
On what? The Simplex?
On how the detectors match up?
I think that the score and double score are just perfect for entry level because you don't have to worry about if you drop it in the water. And let's face it, here in Florida, there's water everywhere. Plus, it's multi-frequency, so I think they're going to hit a home run with that. Because for $375, you got a waterproof detector that'll
Yeah.
Mhm.
handle the salt. That's just incredible.
And
Mhm.
it's as Liz has proven, it's an exceptionally good relic hunting machine as well.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
you could use
Mhm.
it anywhere. And I know right now they just have that stock coil, which I think is 12 by 9, but they'll have different size coils for that. I
Mhm.
can see them bringing out the 24, the whatever, I think that's 8 by 9 or something like that size coil. I can see them doing that for that immediately.
Mhm. Oh, absolutely. I'm sure there's stuff coming down the pipes.
I really like the elongated coils because you can get in between so much. I'm just curious why they don't, these big round coils. What is the benefit versus an elongated coil?
The large round ones are just going to go deeper on larger or coin sized targets.
Hmm.
They're not going to be as sensitive, I think, to small gold, but and they cover more ground
Yeah.
Mhm.
and they make you Popeye armed. And
I know. I have that. I
yeah,
have
'cause
that.
like look at the coil pack. This one here. This is for that's
Wow.
That's a
18.
15er, isn't it, Phil?
It's a
Jeez
what?
Wow.
Louise. That's
Wow.
huge.
That's a beast. And
Yeah.
when I sell that, I include the detector
Str-
flow
yeah.
because you're going to need
Harness.
that after an hour.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
Wow.
like the stock size and smaller coils. I'm not a big, larger coil user unless it's in the winter time, which this time of year for me, if I'm doing some real major negative tides, then I'll put a bigger coil on it because I want to cover a lot of ground. But,
Fast. Yeah.
yeah, so that's it.
Yeah. Nice.
So, what size coil is your favorite?
I I usually love the stock coil that comes with it. I bought the 15-inch and for my when I was still using my 800, and it's fine. I just find it hard to pinpoint, and maybe it's because I use the stock coil so much that I'm used to it. But I find like I'm not necessarily digging in the right spot when I go for the huge coil. So
Mhm. That's why you need a bigger scoop.
Oh
Yes.
God, I know. Everyone complains about my scoop not being big enough, but
Show her the
I
scoop.
travel.
Show her the scoop of the century.
I
Yeah.
have to jump around to get it, but I'll do that, Jeff, for sure. You
I
can't-
travel so much that I need something that's going to fit in my suitcase. But when
I
I'm
think
at
I
home,
think I think
Yeah.
Phil's new scoop is comes apart.
Yep, you can get it with a travel handle.
Huh.
And with the handle and the pull handle, everything, 2.25 pounds.
wow, that's awesome.
Yep.
That's
And
awesome.
we had them made for us.
And they're
And
titanium too, are they not?
they are titanium. And
Mhm.
when Phil's fixing to get it, he's going to show you how we designed all the jewelry catcher in it. So it is my scoop.
I should have had it handy, Jeff, but I had to walk in the other
Well, that's okay, Phil.
But that's it
Nice.
right there. And this is 2.25 pounds. It's
Yeah, that's amazing.
it's just crazy light. And
Show them inside.
this is the let's see here. This is
Treble.
yeah, you see the inside there?
Yeah,
Okay. That's the jewelry catcher. And
nice.
it's just so light. It does have a pull handle. Of course, you can get it without the pull handle. But then this is the other handle. That's the standard blue handle. This is a travel handle. And this thing just pops apart with a push pin. You know, that pin there.
Yes, yes.
So it's
Nice.
easy to travel with it. And you don't have to take the scoop out of the lower piece, but if you needed to be smaller for traveling, you could do that.
You could do that too. Yeah. And so does the travel handle come in that pretty blue color?
Yes, it does.
I'm all about the colors.
Yes,
Yeah.
it does come in that color.
Can I tell you guys something really interesting about that carbon fiber? Just a little tiny sidetrack. Did you guys hear about that plane crash that happened at Tokyo Haneda last week?
Yes.
And it was a JAL airliner. And both planes, the Japanese Coast Guard and the JAL airliner, both planes burned to the ground. Traditionally, airplanes are made from like aluminum, but that JAL airplane was made from carbon fiber, and they found that it burned slower. And all 380 passengers got off that plane, survived. And there was only out of like 8 exits, I think there was only 3 exits available. The rest were on fire. And so that's pretty amazing that they learned that from that crash about carbon fiber. So
Well,
if
that's
your
right.
if
So-
your scoop catches on fire, you've got time.
No. What's going to happen, Cricket, if you get the Treasure Talk Pro Sifter Titanium
That's
with
right.
that carbon fiber handle, your finds are going to be on fire.
That's exactly right. I want one sold. If you'll send it to me in Okinawa, I'll buy it.
Okay.
Wow.
Send me the
Okay, now
invoice. I'll
here's
send
a
you the money.
comment. We were talking about the portability of it. The Mumbles man, he got one for Christmas, and he's fixing to take it to Taiwan.
Nice.
And
Oh.
it comes apart and fits in a suitcase perfectly.
Wonderful.
Awesome.
If you need somebody to dig with, Taiwan is an hour flight from where I live.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
So yeah, that scoop is awesome, and so far everybody who's bought one just loves it. They rave about it.
Nice. I want one. So there you go.
For
Have
sure.
Jocelyn send me the invoice.
You'll get it done for sure. Just send me an email, and we'll figure out how with your address, so we can figure out how we can do that
Okay.
economically for sure.
Okay. Okay. Nice.
There you go. There you
There
go.
you go. There you go.
Wonderful.
Rob Payne says that titanium is going to match the new hip I'm getting on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That may be true. That may be true.
Oh goodness.
Are you going to have to get one of those certificates to go through the airport?
Who knows? Tom
I
Peck
don't
says,
know.
I have the blue travel handle. That scoop is lighter than the 1.5 diameter carbon fiber handle on my other scoop. Yeah, the whole scoop is lighter than probably his Stealth scoop or what's the handle? His Anderson carbon fiber rod.
And I will tell you that you can take a big bite with that scoop.
Well,
It's a full-size scoop.
So
Yeah,
you don't have to worry about your pinpointing, Cricket.
Yeah.
I never take a pinpointer to the beach because I'm
No.
a big scoop. If I can't pinpoint with the detector, then I got some other issues going on.
Yeah, but I can't see in the dark, so sometimes
Oh,
I need that pinpointer at night. Yeah.
At nighttime, yeah, I could see using the pin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a light on the pinpointer too.
Yes. Yes.
Now,
Yes.
now speaking of pinpointers, Liz, do you use the new AccuPoint?
I do use the AccuPoint, and I just want to give just a tip to people with the AccuPoint. The very, very first time I used it, I was messing around with the settings at home, and I was in the woods. So when I took it out in the woods, it was really dark in the woods, and I had not upped the brightness on the display. So I had a heck of a time trying to see the display to get it bright again, but finally figured out. But if you're going into a dark place, just make sure that the brightness on your display is set a bit higher than normal, just so that you can see what's going on in the woods or whatever location you may be in, or in the dark when you're detecting the beach at night.
Nice.
But
Yeah,
I love the AccuPoint.
light
It
feature
pairs
on it.
with everything. It's beautiful, really nice.
Usually, if you have a Legend, use the flashlight feature, and I think the Manicore has one too. Cricket,
Yes.
you just turn the dang light on.
I know. I just don't want to draw attention to myself. That's all.
Ah,
I could see that. So,
Especially if I'm by myself, I don't want anyone knowing that I'm
You
a
don't
woman
need
by
to be
myself.
accosted or anything on the beach.
Mm-mm-mm.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly.
Probably isn't going to happen, but drunk people do stuff crazy everywhere. So
yeah.
better to be safe than sorry, for
Yes,
sure.
That's right.
absolutely.
That's right.
Mhm.
So, Liz, how hard was it to pair the AccuPoint to the detector?
Oh my goodness. Very easy. Very easy. I first paired it with the Legend, so I didn't have the score yet. Paired it with the Legend. Very easy. Initial pairing took I would say maybe 30 seconds, because you have to wait until the headphone stops flashing. So it took me about 30 seconds. But to pair the Simplex, same thing, easy. And then when I got the score, paired it easily. It's seamless, and it's really, really an easy thing to do. There's videos online. I also have a pairing video when I talked about the in my AccuPoint video. I also stated or told people how to walk them through how to pair it. So it's very easy, seamless, and that's what it's all about.
For sure. Yeah, it's so cool that the detectors today have that wireless technology. Now, Liz, you're not hunting underwater though, right?
Not yet. I haven't been underwater yet. No.
Does the
I haven't.
water even warm up enough in Canada? I know that's not true, because Pink Power Alley is in the water all the time.
She has a
really thick
wetsuit. She has a suit. Yeah, she has a suit. But I gotta say, when you go on vacation to the sunny south, and let's say it's winter time, only the Canadians are in the water. Everybody knows the Canadians because they're in the water swimming like it's bath water.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Polar
Yeah.
plunge.
Yeah, but us Floridians are in there with our detectors wearing a wetsuit.
Oh yeah.
That's the same thing here. Jocelyn laughed at me. I was in the water in a full wetsuit, and here comes somebody in the bikini going right in the water, and she just laughed at me because I'm wearing.
And then you ask him, and you say, "Hey, how you doing? Where are you from?" "Oh, I'm from Minnesota."
Those are hardy people in Minnesota,
Yes,
gotta
they
say.
are.
For sure. So it looks like Tom Becker's asking Cricket to do you water hunt or just dry sand? What's your best find?
So let's see. I'll do two best finds, and I water hunt and primarily because I love being out in the water. Although we have a lot of dangerous things out in the water, but also dry sand and wet sand. I actually do land hunting, but it's so hot in Okinawa that I very rarely land hunt. But my very best find for like the excitement value was a Qing Dynasty sword that I found in my own backyard. The very first week I had my very first metal detector Equinox 800. And that was I got for Christmas in 2019. And it turns out that the sword was a replica, and the guy who lived in my house before me was a sword collector, and he buried it to find out what it would look like with patina on it. He bought it off eBay for like $450, and I didn't give it back to him. He let me know that it was his, and I was like, "Yeah, this is my first find. You don't get it back." And out in the water that very same week, so my very first week of metal detecting, out in the water, I found a 2-carat diamond ring set in 18-karat gold, and I'm hooked. I mean, I was hooked with the sword, but I was hooked. And just not too long ago, I found this ruby and diamond pendant, and then I went and bought the chain. I called Kevin right away, and I'm like, "You can't believe I found this greatest pendant ever. Can I go buy a chain?" He says, "Yeah, go buy a chain." So so it's a really expensive hobby. but yeah, so I mean, I find stuff like this all the time. This is 18-karat gold with rubies and diamonds, and ruby is my birthstone, so that was really exciting for me. And yeah, I find a lot of really amazing stuff lately because it's wintertime. It's a little bit lighter on the finds, and I have really had a tough time getting out as much as I want to. My dad just passed away, and I had to be there in Oregon with my mom, and we just lost him, and so I haven't been out, and we just got to Guam on Sunday. Today's Tuesday, and I'm going to go today right after this show and start out in the water. I don't know if you can see the water out there,
Oh
but
my
that's
gosh.
right past those white breakers is the Marianas Trench. That's the deepest water in the whole wide world, in the whole wide planet.
Ooh,
So I don't think
Megalodon
the
is
Nemo
out
is gonna
there.
work, Cricket.
Yeah, pelagic sharks definitely, and definitely Megalodon is out there. So
I don't think your Nemo will work in the Mariana Trench.
no, not even my dive tanks will work in the Marianas Trench. So
Now,
and
I have a question for you, Cricket.
yeah.
Do you find that overseas more, and specifically in the Asian countries, like where you're at, and I know Mumbles Man is going to Taiwan,
Yeah.
do you find that they still have much better quality jewelry? Because what we're finding here in the States is you get a lot of stainless steel and titanium and that kind of stuff. They're not buying any good gold. Maybe they'll buy 10 karat, 14 at the tops. We're not finding much 18 or 24. And that's kind of prevalent over there, isn't it?
Well, I tell you what, I find a lot of stainless steel that looks just like gold, and on the inside it says China. So I find a lot of that. And the highest carat gold I have ever found is 18 karat. I find a lot of platinum because the Japanese really revere platinum. So their wedding jewelry is 9 times out of 10 platinum, and I find a lot of platinum. Right here in Guam, right out in front of this hotel, was where I found my very first palladium ring. And Guam gets a lot of Korean, Japanese, and Chinese tourists. And so I don't know who lost the ring, but it was my very first palladium, and it was a big honker of a ring. And so I probably find 10 to 1 of the stainless, titanium rings to 1 good ring. So I do find a lot of junk. I do find a lot of 10 karat, and I find a lot of 14 karat too, but and I find a lot of silver. And I have found 2 pieces of 950 silver. Everything else is 925.
Very interesting.
Yeah,
for sure. Hey, we had a couple questions zoomed through here real quick. One was they were asking if the headphones from the Score and the Legend and the Double Score, if the waterproof headphones are all interchangeable, and yes, they are. They all have the Legend's waterproof connection. And then I think it was Luis was asking me if I had waterproof headphones in stock. And I think I have the Gray Ghost. I have the Thresher. If you don't like yellow, I have the blue ones.
Oh, wow.
So there's plenty. And I have Naka's brand of so I have 4 different colors. You could get black, gray, yellow, or blue, and they're all excellent detectors.
There you go.
I mean, not excellent.
Headphones underwater.
Well, the detector's excellent too, but the and back to the fines. I don't want to find platinum anymore. I want to find gold because platinum's now half the price of gold. And when that's crazy because when I started this, platinum was twice the price of gold. So you wanted to find platinum. So it's just crazy how the world changes, isn't it?
Yeah. And who are you going to sell the platinum to anyway? People only want gold.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure. So,
World War II items. I do find World War II items. I wish I was at home right now because I have found 3 bullets that were together, like in a gun that goes da-da-da-da-da rapid fire. And the 3 bullets.
That's the technical term.
But the 3 bullets were still together in whatever holds them together. And then they'd been underwater for 80 years. So they were totally crusted with coral. And that's one of my favorite finds. And then I have found like a World War II mess kit spoon. It says USA on it. I gave that to one of my friends because she was really into that kind of stuff. And I want the jewelry, unfortunately. But now I kind of wish I wouldn't have given it away. So now I'm on the hunt for another one, which I know I'll find before I leave. I find a lot of dog tags.
You'll find it and it'll go.
Quit teasing me.
That would make a good meme or a GIF.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Speaking of giveaways, these young ladies have consented to offer up some stuff for giveaways tonight. We're going to do that in a little bit. So start entering #treasure in the chat and you'll be eligible to win. So Liz, what are you going to give away?
I am going to give away a mint uncirculated 1967 80% Canadian 10-cent piece, as well as some Digging Canuck stickers.
Nice.
Cricket. So cool. What are you giving away?
Okay, so I am going to give away a set of coasters, and the winner can choose whatever type of coaster that they want. I make them. If you are a detectorist that has stickers and you want me to make coasters with your stickers, you just mail them to me and I'll make them. Or if you want a design, I'll make that. Or if you want some treasures inside coasters, I can make that too. So, and then I have a couple of stickers that I'll send along with the coasters. Mine will take a little bit to get the gift because I have to get home, which I get home on Friday, which is your Thursday. And then I can make it in a day and then get it in the mail. And it usually takes about 2 weeks to ship back to the States or wherever. So
okay, it could be a nice mermaid treasure hunter coaster.
She makes them herself. I've seen her video. She makes them herself.
I know.
Like really?
There's too much talent going on there.
Well, every night Kevin and I do this thing called crafts and cocktails. And so we'll drink a cocktail and we'll make crafts. And I just happen to be into resin right now. And he makes models. So, yeah.
Well, craft and cocktails could be a pull tab involved in one of these coasters embedded in there.
That's right. That's right.
Hey, so you still awake, Phil?
Yeah, I'm awake. I was just reading the comments, and I think that somebody's going to have a birthday on the 18th, and Jimmy Truckley needs to get his wife a titanium scoop and a new double score for her birthday.
Yeah.
That's so nice.
I heard that. I think that'd be Jimmy. You know the drill, dude.
She likes yellow too.
Oh yeah, that's her favorite color. Yellow.
So yellow headphones, waterproof headphones. Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
And a titanium scoop for sure.
That's for sure. Let me go over here and we'll start collecting the comments. And
I don't know what.
Let me see.
And Ricky T's asking, isn't 950 also platinum? There is some 950 silver and there's 950
Platinum. Yes, yes. And I found both, but I did not know that there was such a thing as 950 silver. And when I found my first one, I was like, what is this? And then I found out it was silver from one of my friends that's been, digging since the 80s. So yeah.
Yeah, there's different silvers in sterling 950. There's 900 silver. I think there's a lot of different numbers.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of confusing, but I think there's a source for that. Google different hallmarks or metals,
Yeah.
and it'll come up for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how we doing over there, Jeff?
I'm just waiting for people to get involved, and then I will pull the trigger.
And Stacy R is asking Cricket, any CZ21 videos coming up?
Actually, I just need to get out with my CZ21 and find some stuff. So, yes, I have a bunch of stuff in the can that I just need to edit, and I haven't had a chance just, because of my dad and spending time with my mom. And my mom, we actually brought my mom home to Okinawa with us for 3 months. So she's in Okinawa taking care of my dogs. Hi, Mom. And she's watching. So
Right on.
She's got your detector out on the beach finding all the gold.
I know. She does.
So Tom Becker's asking Liz, is there much gold up by you? I guess we're all gold.
Raw gold? Like in placer gold and that sort of thing? I don't know. You got to ask Pioneer Polly for that. Gold jewelry, I will say yes, but I've never been, something, I have never been panning for gold, and I would absolutely love one day to go up to the Yukon, which is really not that far from here, but I would love to go up into the Yukon and just go panning for some gold. You know what? Maybe meet Pioneer Polly up there. He's the the gold guy in Canada, but yeah, gold jewelry, yes, but
well, yeah,
gold.
You need to watch that last video.
Yeah.
Videos ago.
First
the gold ring.
Yeah, first time out with the we were talking about the SP24 coil, or SX. It's the same thing, the 24 Nocta coil. First day out with that, I was out in the woods. I was along the trails, and just something told me to kind of go off the little beaten path. And, next thing you know, beautiful gold ring with a really nice onyx stone. Really nice. Very, very unexpected, but they're out there. You just have to dig it all.
That's so cool. I feel like my metal detector is somewhat of a divining rod, because I really do let it just kind of take me, and I find stuff. So I know, call me crazy. I don't care. It's all good.
Sometimes, I don't know what it is, but stuff kind of makes you go where you wouldn't go. And that's where the good stuff comes.
Yes. It's calling to the coil.
Something like that.
Question for both of y'all to ponder while we're getting ready to do the giveaway. So after we get done with the giveaway, we're going to ask this question of both of you.
Oh, homework.
In your mind, what sets you above, because you are both professional treasure hunters, very, very accomplished. What do you do that maybe the regular person, the average weekender, doesn't do, that you could help them out to up their finds? What is it kind of stuff that you guys do to prepare and all that kind of stuff? So think about that. We're getting ready to do
I know the answer to that.
Yeah, well, you're going to get your chance.
You can ask her first. You can ask her.
We'll do a giveaway, and then you guys can tell everybody. You ready, Phil?
Let's give some stuff away.
Let's do it. Yes. Let's give it away.
I know Phil likes this part.
I think it's really cool. Hey, before we answer that question, Ricky T's asking, what's the competition like in Okinawa?
Yeah. A lot. Yeah. We have a Facebook page, and we have probably 150 people on our Facebook page. So it's, I used to be able to go out and I would find, $30-$40 every day, and now I'm finding $20 a day, and it's still fun. It's still fun, but
Mhm.
it used to be highly profitable, and now it's mediocre profitable, but it's good. I don't care. I'm having a good time.
Hey,
So.
I'll take $20 a day any day.
I know it.
Let's go back to Jeff's question.
Okay, now let's do the drawing.
Okay, well, go ahead, Jeff. Let's do the drawing.
What's the first one? What's the first one, Jeff?
Well, there's one winner.
Oh, one winner.
One winner.
Hey,
Patricia
there you go.
Chabot.
Patricia Shadow is the
Go
winner.
Right
Yeah.
on, Patricia.
Nice job.
Yeah.
And so, Patricia, you know the drill, but I'm just going to put this up anyway. So you send your name, address, and phone number to treasuretalkshow@gmail.com. I will get it to the ladies, and they will get you your goodies.
Good stuff.
Congratulations, you are very lucky.
Nice.
Yeah, she just went, woo!
That's right. She went.
I was going to give the best Ric Flair there. So
That's
That's
right.
funny.
You do a good Ric Flair, Phil.
yeah, I work for Ric Flair. That's what I'm known for at the metal detecting club meeting. Whenever I win a silver coin, because they always have these raffles, they hear the Ric Flair, they know who won for sure. It's my trade.
Ricky T had another question for Cricket, I think. What's the ratio between beach hunters and water hunters?
Actually, mostly beach hunters. Not a lot of people. They're mostly military kids, so they don't have a whole lot of money, and they're not. They don't have the expensive water machines. A couple of them do, but mostly my competition is people in the sand, not out in the water. So, and I can go, if I take my CZ21, I can go 250 feet out, and I'm only dive certified to 60. So, I could go out a lot farther than most people.
You could go out to the trench.
She can go in the Marianas Trench.
No,
Right.
no way.
You might find some meg teeth.
But cricket, that with the new score and double score, those kids, so you'll have more competition in the
Yeah.
water.
And I welcome that, especially from kids. I had a man come up to me the other day. He was Japanese, spoke really good English. He had a son and his wife, and his son wanted a metal detector for Christmas. And this was after Christmas. And he said he really wants to get in the hobby. And I went on Amazon Japan, and I can't find anybody that'll send it to Japan. And so I said, well, maybe find somebody with an Amazon America account and have them help you out. Because I don't know what to do for that. But I let the kid try my Manticore, because I made it short for him, and I put on my headphones and handed him my scoop, and he was so excited. He found a remote control for a camera, and he was like handing it back to me, and I'm like, no, you found it. And he was just over the moon, so excited. So I would love to see more kids, but the parents buy them a little $50 detector, and I just don't know that they're gonna, especially on the beach, I don't think they're gonna find a whole lot, and then they don't get excited about the hobby. So
that's what I hate seeing when people buy. I'll see them post the pictures. They got this, and I don't want to say anything negative about
yeah.
detector.
Yeah.
I just feel sorry for them because they'll lose interest because they don't find anything. Whereas if you go with a name brand detector, then chances are you'll find something. Go ahead.
Yeah. I told the dad, buy the most expensive one that you can afford to buy because, and I gave him a couple of different brands, Legend being one of them, and I didn't know about the score. But I said he will pay for it in less than a year because, we have $5 coins in Japan. So that's how I find so much money. I mean, I find thousands of dollars every year. And I said he will pay for it. Just get him a good one. He'll pay for it. So hopefully they did.
The cocktail and coaster hour.
We need $12 coins here.
I know. We need some more gold coins,
We
Phil.
need $5 coins and $2 coins, like
I
Bill said,
know.
and
I know.
yeah, no more.
$20 gold pieces.
Yes, and gold pieces. Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
We need
So, Cricket,
Yes.
Sam Truckley wants to know on the coasters,
Yes.
what's the price range on the coasters?
Oh, I've never sold any. I just make them for my family and friends. I've never sold any, so I don't have a price range.
Okay,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
she wanted to know. She's probably interested in buying some.
Okay, well, if you send me an email through my YouTube channel, Mermaid Treasure Hunter, just offer me something and I'll send you some. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I've never sold them, so there you go.
So, do we have both of your YouTube channels on Treasure Talk? You should post them there so people can find them.
I
I
think they
don't know
are.
how to do that.
You're on Facebook.
I'm on Facebook. I don't know how to do
I'll
those
take care of
things.
it. I'll take care of it.
I'm not tech
You
savvy.
just have to copy the link and post it in a post, and then people can find you. That's
Yeah.
cool that happens for sure.
Okay. Now, did we ever get to my question?
No, we did not, Jeff. What set you guys apart from other treasure hunters? And that's what Jeff's question was. And I would also say, what advice do you have for new people getting into hobby? Both of those questions.
You want me to go first, Liz?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Okay, I go out every single day for at least 5 hours a day. And you can't not find something if you spend that much time treasure hunting, you can't not find something. So, I get it. Not everybody has the leisure of being able to go every day, all day long, but make the time and you will find the treasure. And then I would say I've used several different detectors to this point, and I would say try to invest in the best detector that you can. Talk wherever you live, talk to the people in your clubs, find out what they're finding and what machine they're using, and go for that because machines work differently in different parts of the world. I don't have a problem at all with feedback on my machines because we don't have whatever in the sand. We don't have black sand or whatever. But when I go to California, I struggle. I get so much interference. And so just find out what machine works best in your area and then talk to people. Like so many people come up to me on the beach when I'm metal detecting and I am like one-minded. I'm out there to find treasure, but I spend time talking to people and I make a lot of friends and that makes me happy. And so I enjoy it. So there you go.
All right. All right. Well, I kind of don't really know what to say, but however, I think that from all of my videos, from the very first video up until my most recent video, I am still, after all these years, having fun. I mean, I get excited when I find a horseshoe, for crying out loud. I love the hobby. I wish I had discovered it a lot sooner.
Yes.
Now, as far as success, I don't notch things out. I have never notched things out. I have never used the notches. I don't get picky that way. I dig a lot of stuff. I also dig a lot of junk that you probably don't see on my videos, but I come home with a lot of junk. And I think Jeremy, Paystreak Super Freaks, says it best. You want the rings, you gotta dig the pull tabs, you gotta dig the junk, you gotta clean, especially if you're going back to this, if you're frequenting the same park or the same area or the same field or whatever it is, you gotta get rid of that stuff because everything is in layers. And once you take the top layers off, the stuff from underneath will come out. But I think that I'm going to say, have fun doing it. If you're not having fun doing it and you're not enjoying it, and if it's work to you, you're not going to have success at all. I think you really, really need to enjoy what it is that you're doing. And that's going to get you out of the house. And when, oh, I'm not really feeling that good, I'm going to go detecting. I love the hobby, and I think I'm pretty sure that you can see that in my videos, and dig it all. Do not notch. I don't notch.
Yeah. I agree.
Awesome. And I think we had a couple comments here, and I'll ask you guys this. Have you read your owner's manual with your
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Several times.
Yes. Martin Bishop said, read the manual until you understand what you're reading.
Yeah. And you know what? Subsequent readings, you still find stuff that you missed the first time or the second time. You're like, oh.
Or you didn't understand. Read, detect. So that
exactly. And now you understand.
And that goes to show that Martin Bishop watches this show, because that has been our mantra for how many years now, Phil?
Yeah, 4 years. Read the manual.
That's right.
Yeah.
And and YouTube, watch some YouTube videos about the particular detector that you have. You see this all the time online on these groups and stuff. Oh, blah blah blah. Any tips? Watch some videos on that topic, on that machine. You'll learn all there is to that you need to know to be successful on that machine.
If you're trying to decide what kind of a detector to get, now, to me, it's become so much easier for an entry-level person to get into detecting. And, let's say I just want to start and I get a double score. Well, it's very easy for me to use, but quite possibly if I'm just going to be, doing it on weekends, a couple, maybe evenings a week or whatever, chances are I may never need to buy another detector. A real high-end detector. So, there's that factor now too. But look at the detector. If you're interested in a detector, pick somebody that you like to listen to.
Can I just tell you guys one place to really check? I have friends that just do land detecting in Okinawa. And of course, there's a bunch of military bases, but this could be it doesn't have to be on a military base, but where people do pull-ups and then sit-ups. They take off their rings and put them in their pocket to do the pull-ups, and then they sit down and do the sit-ups, and stuff falls out. I almost said a naughty word, but so stuff falls out. And I have had one of my friends found a 18 karat gold U.S. Army, Special Forces huge ring, and he was just in a field where there was pull-up bars, and so that's a tip. And, of course, entry exit points at beaches.
Well, especially when they put their jewelry and stuff in their shirt pocket after they get done with the pull-ups and the sit-ups. They're on their hands and knees trying to catch their breath, and it just falls right out.
Yep, that's right. That's right.
Well, ladies, it looks like our hour has flown by.
It has.
Wow.
So I wanted to thank you.
I get to go detect.
Yeah,
you get to go to the trench.
I'm going to the trench.
Yeah, she's going to go out and get some trench art, Phil.
Well, this is
for the wild animals in the water there.
I know this is the one time when you say I'm going to the trenches, I really mean it.
Be safe. Be safe.
I'm going to be safe.
Thank you, Liz and Cricket, for coming on here with us and sharing.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, this has been awesome. And folks, I see that Liz has put her YouTube channel in the feed there. It went by really quick. So I know Jeff will put Crickets on there too. So thank you guys for coming on here and giving away the prizes.
Thank you. Have a day.
Thank you, Jeff. And thank you, Justin, for helping me. And I'll turn it on to you, Jeff.
All righty. Thank you, girls. It's always such a pleasure to have you, two of the premier women treasure hunters. Not only women treasure hunters, I scratch that. Two of the premier treasure hunters in the world.
Thank you.
And Cricket, I want you to be careful out there in the Marianas Trench.
I will be. I will be.
There can be some deep finds out there.
I know. So hopefully something good. Yeah.
That's why they never know. You never know. We thank you for taking time out of your detecting day, Cricket. Liz, thank you for being here. I'm glad that you're not frozen. And
Yeah.
so thanks, girls, for passing on some of your expertise to everybody. I know they appreciate it very much. And I know about Patricia Shabbat, she really appreciates the fine giveaway prizes that you have offered up. So I will get those emails to you. Thank you, everybody. Remember, be here next week.
Yes.
Billick will be in the house. Mark will be in the house. The Canuck will be in the house, and hopefully the new Nomad will be in the house, and we'll be giving away a score and a double score.
Wow.
So it's going to be a fun show. And remember, always the best thing you can always remember, if Phil doesn't have it in stock, you don't need it.
Don't need it, for sure.
No, you don't.
You know? So any of your needs, call Phil 813-237-1939, and we will see you next week. Happy hunting and dig deeper.
Dig deeper, my friends.
Good night, everybody. Thank
Good
you.
night.